Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the motherfucking podcast. Tony, pick up your mic, bro.
Yeah.
Yo. Maybe I seem a bit confused, but baby, see, I got you pegged. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what to do
with my scrambled eggs. Bop, bop, bop.
They're calling again. Scrambled eggs all over my face. What is a boy to do? You want to do a Frasier freestyle?
For sure.
All right, go ahead.
How long do we have? Do we have some time?
Yeah, go ahead. We're live.
Boop, deep, 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 when I walk into my Seattle room, I'm like doobity-doo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. My name is Homie Soul, a.k.a. Freshman Spurgeon.
My dad's got a little thing that he walks around that's called a crane.
Oh, Crane. That's his last name, Frasier. Crane!
You're the one that said it. You're the one that made me realize that.
So you gotta bring your microphone closer to you, man.
Dude, it sounds loud in here,
man.
Oh,
really? Okay.
My voice is
loud?
strangely projecting.
Do I sound loud?
Talk some more.
Talk some more.
You sound good.
Okay.
I'm trying to match your volume.
Okay,
this is where I have to keep the mic to sound like you.
Okay, well, we're podcasting, so let's stop sound checking.
We podcasting,
bro.
Bitch. Yeah.
Damn, why you gotta be so fucking
vulgar,
bro?
So I was thinking earlier, you know how you're like, if we're gonna do a podcast, it has to be a boys' night.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
But
it does.
But
because it's gonna get vulgar in here quick.
A woman can't be vulgar?
A woman can be vulgar, but not all women. Not all women.
We should get a woman on the podcast.
Have you had a woman on the podcast?
No, I have not. I've been
trying
to get a girl on the podcast.
You gotta get a girl on the podcast.
Gotta get a girl on the podcast.
It would be a different experience.
It would be fun.
Would it be a one-on-one, like you interviewing a girl, or a group of
You're my co-host, bro.
Damn. See, like, I don't know.
As mentioned by previous podcasts.
Yeah, it'd have to be a girl that's cool with vulgarity.
Yeah,
for
she gotta
sure,
be funny. She gotta be funny.
Yeah.
I have a girl in mind, but I don't know if she would do it.
Okay.
Well, she doesn't live here. But, yeah.
Dude, it's all about Scotch neats sometimes.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Trader Joe's Scotch, y'all. It's Trader Joe's Scotch.
Trader Joe's Scotch is actually not bad, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, we need to break for a sponsor. Hello, this is Humanabasi, a.k.a. Homie Soul, host of the podcast, and our sponsor today is Trader Joe's Scotch. You want to buy regular old-ass Scotch, but you don't have $40 to spend? Spend $10 at Trader Joe's for Trader Joe's Scotch, and you can drink it, and you can put it in those bottles that are all cool and diamond-looking like, where they don't have any labels. Trader Joe's Scotch, $10 at TraderJoe's.com. Thank you. Back to the podcast.
I totally agree with that. Plus, like, all the clubs are doing that shit anyway.
Oh, for sure. They're watering that shit down, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You think you're getting fucking Don Eduardo at the club? No,
bro.
You're getting Sauza.
You're getting Don Retardo. Spicy.
Yeah. Dude. So okay, I've now seen 2 Frasier episodes.
Correct.
At this age of 33.
Yep.
And the first thing I realize is the era of sitcoms is over. Like, the whole laugh track era. Does anybody use the laugh track anymore in modern shows? It doesn't really make sense anymore in these modern times.
Damn.
Like,
hot take. Very valid.
It's true, right?
Very valid.
Can you name a show that still uses...
I haven't really thought about it the way you said it, but I think there's a lot... Yeah. I think you might be right.
You know what there's been a move towards?
What's that?
People
Office.
use... Yes, exactly. I was thinking of The Office.
Yeah.
You like, utilize the silence of not having a laugh track to your advantage to make that, like, awkward humor work. Like, you need that silence to make that work.
Well, the other thing is, like, we don't watch ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox.
True.
Are there any sitcoms? What's the hot sitcom right now?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't
Are
watch
we
any
that
of it.
out of touch, or is the industry that out of touch with us? Wow, what a question.
That's a great question. Anytime, if I saw a modern laugh track show, I would think that they're out of touch with us. Yeah.
Turn it off, yeah.
Like, it just doesn't make sense anymore to me.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
To scrambled eggs.
What does Vadim and Vladim think about sitcom?
Hmm?
Vadim and Vladim.
Who's Vadim Vladim?
Vadim and Vladim think about sitcom.
Oh. You know, I try to watch this show. I put on a CBC, you call?
CBC, yes.
CBC?
Very good, yes. Good
I-
channel. 004, I think.
Yes, channel
But if you
04.
listen, if you go to Chicago, I was at Hotel Motel. I was at... Vadim. I was at Hotel Motel 6. I was looking for... I was looking for CBC. And it was channel not 4, but 7.
What? It's so confused.
Chicago. Because
Fuck.
over there they have the thick pizza, not the small thin pizza like tiny paper in New York.
Why not one thing here, one thing there, one thing here? No one understand.
Why can't Channel 4 here be Channel 4 over there?
Yeah, so I put on CBC, and this, this fat man come in,
Yes, Fat Man.
family man. You know,
I
he has
love that
big,
guy. Yes,
big
very
family.
funny. Yes, he say, hey, they have dog who talk. Hello, I'm very smart dog. Look at me. I eat human food.
Yes,
I eat the steak with the fork.
yeah.
Now I'm just doing Borat.
These fat family men. Americans love fat family men. they think you know it's like me. It's like me. I'm a fat family man.
I'm like that. I see what
Yes.
he do. That's what I do.
Yes.
I like to eat food. I like to drink American beer, Budweiser, Coors Light. What's the other one?
Yes.
Pabst Blue. And then they say, you know, a small wife, very nice, big butt, and then you know.
Yes, but wife doesn't listen to nothing. She just
Just
does
like Russia. Just like
Yes.
You know what? Just like America. Just like Russia.
wife. She so rude and commanding.
You know, women don't know. Women very good, but women very not good sometimes.
Oh, these women.
All right.
Okay, Vadim and Vladim have to go for a little
they gotta
bit.
go, man. That was
But
way
good,
too much.
you know,
that was way too much Vadim Vladim. But great points. They had great points.
You were Vladim?
Yeah,
Okay, and I was Vadim.
correct.
Yes.
Yeah. So remember that. Don't
Vadim,
ever
Vadim.
forget that, because if we forget that, podcast
It's not gonna work.
ruins.
It's not gonna work again.
No, never. It'll ruin everything.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, but we could invite some other guests to this show though right now too. They might have a unique input on this show.
Connor? Should we try Connor talking to Vadim?
Okay. Okay.
You want Connor or Vadim?
I want Vadim.
You want Vadim?
Yeah, you be Connor.
Bro, like, you know, like, I know you're, like, from, like, Russia or whatever, like, Soviet Union. Like, I know they, like, changed the government. But, like, bro, I feel like, you know, you drink beer, like, I drink beer, like, bro, like, Putin, Trump, whatever. Like, you know, like, you're human, you know what I mean? So, like, you know, cheers, man. You know, like, I like you. You're a good dude, man.
Yes, I'm a good person.
Yeah,
yes.
dude, like, just because you're, like, Russian, bro, like, I don't care, man. Like,
Well, maybe you should care a little more
no,
about
man,
your
like,
country.
bro, I don't, like, you know, it's just, like, we're all the same, bro. You know, like,
No,
I have,
no,
bro, my
no.
neighbor, listen, my neighbor, I swear to God, my neighbor, guess what color he is?
What
Black.
color?
Black, bro, black.
Black. In Russia, you watch out for black.
No, bro, see, that's racist, bro. Like, he's my neighbor, his name's Jamal, like, bro, and maybe, like, yeah, alright, like, maybe I don't like that, like, the way he does stupid things, like, you know, like, he listens to music really loud, but, like, he's still human, you know what I mean?
Well, in Russia we have saying.
What do you say, man?
In Russia we have saying. If you Russian,
Yeah.
you are family. This is saying.
Yeah, that's good, man.
If you
Yeah,
Russian,
like,
you
I'm
family.
like Russian, man.
Family very important in Russia.
Hey, bro, have you seen a show called Family Guy with the fat guy?
We don't watch. We have American TV.
Yeah.
But we don't watch.
But it's
we only watch Russian TV. Russian
bro.
TV is superior.
No, I was just about to say, man, like American is like the best with TV, man. Like Family Guy, bro. Have you seen Breaking Bad, bro? Hunter, tell him about Breaking Bad. Hey, bro, Bryan Cranston.
We know see Breaking Bad.
Tony, we can't talk about Descartes and Seinfeld and be philosophical in the last episode and be doing accents for 20 minutes in the second episode.
That's how versatile this podcast is.
God damn it! God damn it!
I honestly think that we need more characters.
We need Ditzy Girl. Like, we need a Ditzy Girl.
Damn, can you do a Ditzy Girl?
I've
never tried a Ditzy Girl.
We both can. Let's, we gotta get the audience involved. Type down below, comment what characters you want us to do.
Yes.
You know?
Bro,
what other characters could we do?
Alright, so we got the Russians, we got the fraternity people.
Ditzy Girl.
You could do a gay man, which might get some responses.
Yeah,
some unfavorable responses.
You
could be a gay man. You could be a nerd.
Oh yeah, I could do nerd.
You could do a nerd.
Wait, we could do nerd.
Okay.
We could do nerd. We're gonna practice these before the next podcast. We're not. You were about to go into it. No, we're professionals, so we're gonna practice nerd,
all right,
and ditzy girl, and gay guy.
This is gonna be fun.
Podcast.
It's gonna be fun.
Yes, but you also have to give the people something to look forward to.
That's right.
So when you tune into the next podcast, you're gonna get a ditzy girl and a nerd on a date.
That is a great fucking idea, dude. They're gonna go out on a date together. That's a good idea.
Anyway?
That is a good idea. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man.
So one thing we learned tonight is that Nigel
from Frasier
is. This is actually a sitcom theme.
Yes.
Is the sitcom men?
Yes.
For the most part, seem to be very shaky, nervous men.
Correct. It's.
Why is that a thing?
Well, let me relate it back to the first thing we said, which is the fat guy, right? That's an archetype. We're talking about archetypes.
Yes.
That's what we're.
Yes, we are.
I love archetypes. I can talk about archetypes all day. In our modern society, men are bitches.
Okay.
And so, well, I don't know if bitches is the right word. Men are. What's the word? Bitches is not the right word. It's
pussified.
No. There's a lot of shy men in this world. Nerds. They're nerdy. They don't know how to talk to women. They're afraid to get shut down. And so that's an archetype, and it's often reflected in our sitcoms.
Yes. Also with the wife running the show. Another modern type of family archetype.
Yes.
Which is very different from any kind of family structure before the last couple decades. The whole idea of the wife being the responsible one and the husband being like the ditzy idiot that always gets into trouble and the wife has to save the day. If you go back in time, even into older shows, that does not exist. Like, think about Lucy. Lucy was the opposite. Lucy was always the ditzy one getting in trouble, and Ricky Ricardo, was that his name? Ricky Ricardo. He'd always kind of regain control at the end. Yeah. And that was 1950s, right? So maybe even earlier.
I was about to argue with you, but that's a great example.
Yeah.
That's a really good example. What other shows? No, because Cosby used to get in trouble and the wife would be... Women are more responsible than men.
In what sense? Define responsible.
Practical.
See, I don't know if I could subscribe to that claim.
Trouble. Men
I don't know if I could subscribe to that claim.
Men seek out trouble. Women do not. Well,
some men.
I don't know.
I do think we live in a time where men cannot truly be men. Masculinity is frowned upon.
I like the word agency.
These days.
Agency. They're not able to not inflict, but to use their agency.
Yes. Dude, I think you should talk louder, bro.
Really?
Just based on my headphone.
Shit, dude.
Based on my headphone.
This is way so low. I have to do
That's
so much
better.
editing. Oh my god.
I should have told you earlier.
Yeah, you should have.
Like,
Holy shit.
Right now we're about the same volume.
We gotta figure this shit out.
I'm too loud.
I think you just have sensitive ears. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I once, this is kind of a shift, but like I remember talking to my uncles about, like, so Middle Eastern men are seen as like the most domineering, like, woman listen to me, like I run this household thing. But once you get inside the household, the woman is running that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's just more of an act?
Yeah,
that's like done
it's
in
like
public?
on the outward, but like, yo, come on, bro. Like, that woman calls the fucking shots. And I will say, in most households, in my opinion, marriages, the women are fucking making the decisions.
True. There's an archetype for that too. Like if you think of like the king, king with the crown.
Yeah.
But like behind him.
Yeah.
Is like the woman. That's like
I think there has to be
like
a
keeping
balance.
stability and like helping him make his decisions and all that.
But like, okay, oh god, we're gonna get deep into it. Let's go into it. So, a lot of couples I know, married or otherwise, it's like if they're like, let's say they're both sitting on the couch and one of them needs to grab something for the other one, it's always the guy that has to get it. It's always the woman like, will you go get that for me?
Okay.
And there's very few relationships I've seen where it's like, will you go get that for me? Now, ideally, you want it to be 50-50 reciprocal all the way.
Yes.
Right? Like, I think that's the best way to go about it. But in the relationships I've seen, it's one or the other. And 80% of the relationships I've seen, will you make me some tea? I'm tired. And it's always the guy going to get the tea.
Right.
There's only one relationship I know where he's like, will you go do this for me? And she goes and does it.
Right. So you know one relationship like that?
Yes.
So I'm going to say something here that, you know, is like into modern times will be labeled sexist, blah, blah.
Correct.
I think that's a more healthy dynamic for a relationship. I think the man having a more dominant position, a more position of a leader in a relationship is more healthy, because I do think that we have certain things that are not culturally programmed in us. Things beyond cultural programming, biological programming. Yeah. That makes, if you think about the archetypal
tasking, right?
Well, I was gonna say, if you think about the fundamental qualities that attract a woman to a man, it's usually things like leadership, dominance. You know,
I don't know if that's true anymore.
Character. I still think that's true. I think these are things that surpass cultural boundaries. Like, we're taught right now, you know, in these modern times, post-feminism times, that it's an even playing field, that's 50-50, etc. But you can't reprogram hundreds of thousands, no, let's call it millions of years of evolution with 50 years of culture. So right now we're all humans are in this crazy conflict with themselves. Yeah. It's a debate between the sort of rational part of your mind, which is the part that wants beautiful equality and just connecting on a human to human level, versus the older part of your brain, like the reptilian part of your brain, which just has certain triggers. And the thing is, attraction is ultimately coming from triggers. Like, you cannot. Attraction is not rational at the end of the day.
Can I counter real quick? And I have no evidence, no background, no research, anything like that. Let's say 5,000 years ago. Do you think that it's possible that a woman would be attracted to a male who's very gentle, who wasn't very domineering, who was very kind of whatever? Like, we associate attraction with like the alpha, but that's not necessarily true. I think we are attracted to people who remind us of us.
That's an interesting theory.
This is just a theory.
That's an interesting theory.
Okay, because I don't disagree with your theory, but this is just something I've been thinking about lately. Because you're saying the reptilian mind says, you know, this and that, but there's so many different types of strength in this world. Like, being a comedian is like a strength.
Yeah.
Right? So like there's an alpha in that. Being smart and crafty, even if you aren't a physical presence, is a strength. So is it possible that a woman could be attracted to that even X amount of years ago?
Yes. When I said dominance, I didn't just mean physical strength. It's dominance in your field.
Right.
It's dominance in whatever you're doing.
Right.
So yes, I would agree with that. But what you're saying is even a little more subtle than that. You're saying seeing like almost like a kindred spirit in someone else, because you could have that situation even when that person is not dominant in whatever they're doing.
Correct.
And that's an interesting idea to me. I don't know. But the dominance thing doesn't have to be just physical strength.
Okay.
The reptilian brain thing doesn't just mean you have to be like, the stereotype of the alpha male,
right.
like the jacked warrior or whatever.
Right.
Although I think that is still the majority winner. Like that's only that type of character Tony, will be the one to have like the.
You've met a lot of women. I have at least met a lot of women where they see like this super jacked, rich guy or whatever. They're like totally unattracted by it.
See, I don't know if I can say that for sure. I can't say for sure that they're not attracted. Like, have you ever heard a girl say, "Ugh, that's so off-putting"?
Yes, I have.
I feel like I've heard a girl express that she's not interested in that kind of guy because she knows what it's going to be.
Which is what?
She's going to get used for sex.
I see.
But as far as... don't you feel like there's a certain kind of woman that you find physically attractive but are not really willing to pursue?
Intelligence. Yeah, because they lack intelligence.
Sure.
Right.
I feel like it's similar.
So if there's a super good-looking guy who's in great shape and super intelligent and kind, every woman would be attracted to that. And if there's a woman who's super buxom and intelligent...
Super what?
Buxom?
Buxom?
Buxom.
What?
I don't know what that means,
I can't understand
bro. Why are you calling out my words, bro?
I can't understand your
I
words.
think that means you got big boobies.
Okay. Just busty. Just out there.
Let me do a Webster search on Google real quick.
Uh-huh.
Hold on a second. Google, what does buxom mean?
Here's the definition of buxom.
A girl with giant boobies. Oh yeah, okay, so it's a girl with giant boobies.
Buxom is really the word? Dude, you just taught me a new word.
Giant boobies.
Alright, I just needed to do that.
Can we, going forward, we gotta talk about music. We never talk about music. We have such great thoughts on music. We gotta do a music podcast sometime.
We should.
So I learned today Tony does not know who Sade is.
Not by name, but I knew in my heart who she was. I knew
right up
I knew
his
in my
alley.
heart. Yeah, dude. It's dope. You know what Sade is? It's sitting. This is like exactly the mood it puts me in. It's a very specific mood. Sitting in like a high rise.
Yep.
With a glass window and rain pouring down that window.
Glass of wine.
Yeah.
Glass of wine.
That's the mood that puts me in. It's like
dope.
I would love. I'm gonna live in that house one day that I imagine to Sade.
Dope.
And play some Sade.
Dope.
That's
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Inshallah, as we say. All right, let's see how many minutes we're at. We can bring up one or two more subjects.
Are we recording?
We're at 24 minutes, so we can bring up one more subject.
All right. Subjects.
Frasier, Scotch, Vadim.
Yeah, we had some good characters visit.
All right, guys, thank you for listening to the podcast. This is the weirdest podcast ever. Like, how do we do 10 minutes of super goofy and then 10 minutes of super deep?
You could always divide.
Shit,
you editing,
and
bro.
And then just cut it.
Editing, bro.
Yeah.
It'll all come out in editing.
All right, guys.